February 5, 2016. The Regency Hotel in Dublin. A routine boxing weigh-in is about to become the most shocking gangland assassination in Irish history. Armed men dressed as police officers storm the building. Gunshots echo through the lobby. One man lies dead, and Ireland's most brutal gang war explodes into the public eye. This is the story of the Kinahan Hutch Feud, a conflict that has claimed 19 lives and counting. Welcome back to Bloodline, True Crime Uncovered. Today we're diving deep into one of Europe's most violent organized crime conflicts, the Kinahan Hutch Feud. This isn't just another gang story. This is a tale of betrayal, revenge, and a war that turned Dublin's streets into a battlefield. If you're interested in true crime, organized crime, or Irish criminal history, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because this story will leave you speechless. To understand this feud, we need to go back to the beginning. On one side, you have the Kinahan organized crime group, led by Christy Kinahan Sr. and his son Daniel. They're not just any street gang. We're talking about a multi-million euro international drug trafficking operation with connections across Europe, Dubai, and beyond. Think of them as Ireland's answer to the cartels. On the other side, the Hutch family, led by Gerry the Monk Hutch, a legendary figure in Dublin's criminal underworld. Unlike the Kinahans' flashy international empire, the Hutches were old-school Dublin criminals with deep roots in the city's north inner neighborhoods. For years, these two groups coexisted. They even worked together on some operations. But as they say in the criminal world, there's no honor among thieves. And when honor breaks down, blood flows. September 24th, 2015, Marbella, Spain. Gerry Hutch, 34 years old, nephew of Gerry Hutch, is relaxing by a swimming pool at an apartment complex. He's a drug dealer and armed robber, but more importantly, he's connected to both families. Gerry had been working with the Kinahan gang, but something went wrong. The Kinahans suspected Gerry of being a police informant. In the criminal world, that's a death sentence. As Gerry soaked up the Spanish sun, assassins moved in. Multiple gunshots shattered the morning calm. Gerry Hutch was dead. But here's the twist. Gerry wasn't an informant. The Kinahans had killed an innocent man, and in doing so, they had just signed their own death warrant. Because you don't kill a Hutch without consequences. Gerry Hutch is known as the Monk for a reason. He's calculating, patient, and when he strikes, it's devastating. For months after Gerry's death, Dublin's criminal underworld held its breath. Everyone knew retaliation was coming. The question wasn't if, but when. February 5th, 2016, the Regency Hotel in North Dublin. A boxing weigh-in is taking place, and Daniel Kinahan, the heir to the criminal empire, is expected to attend. This is Gerry Hutch's moment. At 2:30 p.m., armed men burst through the hotel entrance. Some are dressed as police officers, others as civilians. Witnesses described complete chaos, people screaming, diving for cover, running for their lives. The attackers are hunting for Daniel Kinahan, but he's not there. Instead, they find David Byrne, a 35-year-old Kinahan associate. In the hotel lobby, surrounded by terrified boxing fans, David Byrne is shot multiple times. He dies at the scene. The message is clear. The Hutches have declared war. The Kinahan response was swift and brutal. Just 3 days after the Regency Hotel attack, Eddie Hutch, Gerry's brother and a taxi driver with no involvement in crime, was shot dead at his flat in Dublin's North Strand. The Kinahans weren't just targeting criminals now. They were going after family. This escalation changed everything. What started as a dispute between criminals became a war that would terrorize Dublin's streets. Both sides brought in international hitmen. The Kinahans, with their vast resources, hired assassins from across Europe. The Hutches, with their local connections, turned Dublin's north inner city into their fortress. Between 2015 and today, this feud has claimed 19 lives. We're talking about shootings in broad daylight, car bombings, and assassinations that shocked even hardened criminals. The violence became so intense that it forced the Irish government to create special legislation targeting organized crime. But this isn't just a Dublin story. The Kinahan Hutch Feud exposed the international nature of modern organized crime. The Kinahans operate across multiple countries: Spain, Dubai, the Netherlands, and beyond. They've been linked to some of the world's most powerful drug cartels. In 2022, the United States Treasury Department designated the Kinahan Group as a significant transnational criminal organization. There's now a $5 million bounty on the heads of the Kinahan leadership. We're talking about a criminal organization so powerful that it's attracted the attention of international law enforcement agencies. Daniel Kinahan, who was the target of that Regency Hotel attack, was living a life of luxury in Dubai, presenting himself as a legitimate boxing promoter. But the long arm of international law is catching up. Bank accounts frozen, assets seized, and most importantly, their criminal empire is crumbling. Today, the feud continues to cast a shadow over Dublin. While the frequency of killings has decreased, the threat remains. Jerry the Monk, Hutch himself, was arrested and charged in connection with the Regency Hotel attack, though he was later acquitted. The Kinahans, meanwhile, are scattered across the globe, their leadership either in hiding or in custody. The impact on Dublin has been devastating. Innocent people have been caught in the crossfire. Families have been torn apart, and the city's reputation has been scarred by images of gangland violence broadcast around the world. But perhaps most importantly, this feud has shown the world that organized crime in the 21st century isn't just about local street gangs. We're dealing with international criminal networks that operate like multinational corporations, with the same ruthlessness but infinitely more violence. The Kinahan Hutch Feud is more than just a criminal story. It's a window into the dark world of modern organized crime, where million-dollar drug operations collide with ancient codes of honor and revenge. It's a reminder that in the criminal underworld, every action has consequences, and those consequences can be measured in blood. 19 lives lost, families destroyed, a city terrorized. And for what? Money, pride, and the twisted logic of criminal honor. What do you think? Has Irish law enforcement done enough to tackle organized crime? Could this feud have been prevented? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this story as gripping as I did, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most shocking criminal cases. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest content. And remember, the criminal world might seem glamorous in movies, but the reality is far darker. Real people pay the price for this violence. Real families lose their loved ones. The true cost of organized crime isn't measured in money. It's measured in human lives. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.